This video is to show my experience having dental work done in Da Nang, Vietnam, and also to go through my reasoning for doing so. My first flight was on WestJet from Calgary to Seoul, South Korea. It was 11 hours and 55 minutes. I had an overnight layover in Seoul. I stayed at a transit hotel, which means that I didn't leave the secure area of the airport or go through Korean customs. The transit hotel is only an option if you're traveling with carry-on bags. The airport had lots of duty-free stores, high-end brands, and it was extremely large. The next morning I had some noodle soup for breakfast and got ready for my flight to Da Nang. You don't see these signs in Canadian airports. The flight to Da Nang took 4.5 hours. Vietnam Airlines served a nice meal and had complimentary beverages, even in economy class. Grab is Asia's answer to Uber. The Grab ride from the airport to my hotel was $7.28. The day I arrived in Da Nang, it was their national holiday, September 2nd, so I couldn't get anything accomplished as far as dental work that day. So I took a stroll along the beach and got settled in my hotel, spent a bit of time by the pool, and I had a nice massage. Looking at my credit card statement, a 1-hour hot stone massage cost me $25.51 Canadian. This is My Khe Beach in Da Nang. It goes on forever. It has beautiful soft sand, clear water that's nice and warm. And this time of the day, early afternoon, it's really only tourists. The locals frequent the beach early in the morning and in the early evening when they can avoid the sun. Here's the Balcona Hotel where I stayed during my trip. It was across the street from the beach and was only $57 a night, including breakfast. My room didn't face the beach, it was at the back and faced the city. This is the hotel pool on the 20th floor. Okay, it's Wednesday morning. It's dental assessment day. I had narrowed it down to 3 dental clinics that I made appointments with. The idea was to get each of them to inspect my teeth and give me a treatment plan. I had selected dental offices based on user reviews and YouTube videos that had been posted by patients. This is dental office number 1. They had the nicest reception area of the 3 offices I visited and seemed very capable and professional. All 3 offices I visited had these panoramic x-ray machines, and all 3 of them took one, so I was a little bit afraid I might glow in the dark that night. This is the second office I visited. Their facilities were more modest than the first office, but it turns out they are building a new office right across the street. This is the office for my 3rd dental visit. As you can see, it's a challenge to get in the door with all the scooters in front. They had a very nice office and reception area, but to me, some of the details seemed to be missing quite early on. I pretty much took them off the list right away. So that left me with 2 options for dental work. Dentist number 2 was very thorough and very prompt with their proposal, Dentist number 1 was slow getting back to me, and given my limited time in Da Nang before I came home, I ultimately went with Dentist 2. Dentist 2 was TGM Dental. Here's my x-ray from the assessment at TGM Dental. I needed 2 root canals. These would eventually be crowned. I also needed 2 implants. And I needed to get 6 crowns. When you add in the 2 implants and the 2 teeth that had root canals, eventually I'll have 10 crowns. I also needed 4 small fillings. Some of these were to replace old amalgam fillings. Here's what the schedule looked like for my work. On Thursday, September the 4th, I had the 2 root canals done. While I was in the chair getting that done, they had a lab technician come and draw blood for a blood test to make sure I was okay for the implant surgery. Then on Friday, I had the 2 implants, the posts inserted. That took about an hour. Saturday, I had 4 teeth prepped for crowns and 2 fillings done. That was 2.5 hours. Sunday, I was off. Monday, 3 of the crowns were installed, and they put some more medicine in the root canal. That visit was for 2 hours in the chair. Tuesday and Wednesday I did not visit the dentist. Thursday morning I had the last 3 crowns installed, the sutures removed from the implant surgery, and the last 2 fillings done. That visit was just over 2 hours. This winter I'll return to TGM Dental to have crowns installed on the 2 implants and on the 2 root canaled teeth. Now let's look at some numbers. For each dental item shown, the number on the left will be Canadian dollars for the cost in Canada according to the Alberta Dental Fee Guide or my dentist's website. The number on the right will be the cost in Canadian dollars that I did pay at TGM Dental in Da Nang. Where the fee guide or my dentist's office had a range of prices, I went with the lower price. The first price comparison is for a root canal. I was quoted $2,200 for one of my teeth that needed a root canal by my Canadian dentist. The next item to compare is an implant complete with the crown. I chose the least expensive implant from Dio in Korea, but other options were available. Here's the comparison for dental crowns, the cost of fillings, and here are various other charges. So when everything is totaled, what do the final numbers look like? I do feel the number on the left side is very conservative. Even when the cost of flights and hotels is factored in, the savings is huge. I would like to extend a huge thank you to Chow, the office manager, who was my main point of contact and organized everything, and also to my dentists, Tin and Dat, and to the entire team at TGM Dental in Da Nang. I look forward to seeing the new office for TGM Dental when I'm back in winter. I do realize that traveling to Vietnam to do dental work may not work for everybody, but I do feel this was the right choice for me. The entire time I was in Da Nang, I felt very safe. The people were extremely friendly. It was a beautiful beach area. Food was excellent, and all the prices were very reasonable. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I will try my best to answer you.